Well, here I am on the roof of my RV in the beginning stages of a re-roofing job. And here's the skylight dome that I just took off, along with some of the rotten wood and rubber. And there's the skylight hole, and you can see it has been leaking for a while. You can see just a little bit of the green mold right here, and obviously it's been leaking for some time because it runs all the way up along the edge of the roof. I'm not sure if that water damage is from the skylight dome leaking, or if it's, as you can see, here's some of it that's left. You can see the staples cutting little holes in the rubber roof. But there's another leak area up in here. This was leaking right here, and the previous owner put some caulk down on it, some sort of I don't know what it is, it's not silicone. But somebody did use silicone around the skylight. Of course, I grabbed a hold of the silicone and just peeled it all back like a zipper. Well, this is what I got done today. I got the antenna taken off, the fantastic fan destruction I did from the skylight, and that's the bathroom vent fan right there, and that's the refrigerator exhaust right there. So that's what I've gotten so far today. So that's the roof of our new home, cleaned up somewhat. I have the RV in a indoor storage. It's an old horse arena, kind of cool, being used for storage now. And I'm tearing off the transition here. It's stapled on. This is an aluminum transition that goes down around to the side. And I'm not sure how it's fastened on down here. I'll discover that when I get there. But this is the worst damage here, and then there's more damage up in that front corner up there. But this is where the sunroof leaked, and I want to get this open and let it start drying out inside there a little bit, so I'm doing this first. And then I'm going to go up front and start tearing off the trim piece. And that's going to be a joy, because the front and back both, the end caps have multiple layers over multiple years of different sealants and caulks and God knows what on them. So that's probably going to be a project. One thing at a time. Get this open and let it start drying out. You can see I've got the edging off where the front cap meets the roof. There's the edging. I just grabbed this end and started pulling it up. It's just aluminum edging. I'm going to replace that. As you can see, I just scraped the putty off of the screw tops and unscrewed it, and then I used my putty knife and just jammed down underneath there and kind of, started prying it up. You can see I just cut it right along here and it came off. Actually, it came off the roof rubber material. Here's the roof rubber material from the front edge, with the mix of all the different caulks and silicones and whatever other nonsense people put on there over the years. You can see it was leaking here for quite some time. I do not know how bad the framing is underneath this wood in this front corner. We'll see. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be replacing some of the 2x3s underneath here. We'll find out in a few minutes. Well, you can see I've got most of the edging transition aluminum sheet broken loose. As you can see too, I'm tearing off the front here, the plywood underneath the rubber, and it's glued down to the styrofoam insulation. This project just got 100 times worse. I'm hoping that when I get away from the rotted section here, when I start pulling up on the solid sheets, it'll just break loose and maybe tear off a layer of the top of the styrofoam. I lose a tiny bit of insulation factor, but that's no big deal because I'm going to replace it with 1/2 inch. So far, I haven't gotten to the framing. I'm assuming there's another chunk of framing in here somewhere, going down the middle. Better be, otherwise I'm going to be falling through the roof. I got to be careful where I put my weight. You can't really see it in this light, but the edge is rotted there. But that's just a little piece of 1 inch by about 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch wood on top of the aluminum rail there. Just rests on top of it, and you can see it's all rotted here. So that piece has got to go. But that'll be easy enough because it's just sitting on top of that rail. But I think it's time for me to take a break and go get something to eat. We'll resume later, same bat time, same bat channel.